Hello students, I Aarti Rani from School of Computer Applications, Babu Banarsidass University. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on wireless sensors network. So now the start. The first slide is index. So first of all, we will understand about the wireless sensor networks. Then we will understand the applications of wireless sensor networks. Then components of wireless sensor network and what are the challenges of wireless sensor networks, advantage of wireless sensor network and disadvantage of wireless sensor network, and the wireless sensor network technology. So now start with the wireless sensor networks. So wireless sensor network comprises of distributed devices with the sensors which are used to monitor the environmental and physical conditions. So wireless sensor network can be defined as a self-configured and infrastructure-less wireless networks to monitor physical or environmental conditions such as temperature, sound, vibration, pressure, motion, or pollution, and to cooperatively pass their data through the network to a main location. A wireless sensor network is self-configuring network of small sensor nodes communicating among themselves using radio signals and deployment in quantity to sense, monitor, and understand the physical world. Wireless sensor nodes are called modes, provide a bridge between the real physical and virtual world, allow the ability to observe the previously unobservable at a fine resolution over large spatio-temporal scales, have a wide range of potential application to industry, science, transportation, civil infrastructure, and security. So a wireless sensor network consists of a number of AND nodes and routers and a coordinators. Each node have a several sensor attached to them, and node can also act as a router. So routers are responsible for routing the data packets from AND nodes to the coordinator. The coordinator collects the data from all the nodes. Coordinator also acts as a gateway that connect the wireless sensor network to the internet. Some examples of wireless sensor network used in IoT are like a weather monitoring system. So wireless sensor network in which the nodes collect temperature, humidity and other data which is aggregated and analyzed. And the second example can take like a indoor air quality monitoring system. This use wireless sensor network to collect data on the indoor air quality and concentration of various gases. So a wireless sensor network can be used for processing, analysis, storage and mining of the data. So now the components of wireless sensor network. The first one is the sensor. Sensor in wireless sensor network are used to capture the environmental variables and which is used for data acquisition. Sensor signals are converted into electrical signals. The next is radio nodes. It is used to receive the data produced by the sensors and send it to the wireless local area network's access point. It consists of a microcontroller, transceiver, external memory, and power source. So, wireless a local area network access point, it receives the data which is sent by the radio nodes wirelessly and generally through the internet. The next is evaluation software. The data received by the wireless local area network access point is processed by a software called as an evaluation software for presenting the report to the user for further processing of data, which can be used for processing, analysis, storage and mining of the data. Now the challenges of wireless sensor network. So before discuss about the wireless sensor network, we will recall about the wireless sensor network. That is, the name suggests, is a networking that make use of specially distributed sensors for gathering information concerning the immediate environment of sensor and collecting the information centrally. So sensors, wireless sensors are enabled by wireless communication protocols. There are various types of protocols involved in wireless sensor network. So now the challenges of wireless sensor network is the limited power and energy. So wireless sensor networks are typically composed of battery powered sensors that have limited energy resources. This make it challenging to ensure that the network can function for long periods of time without the need for frequent battery replacement. The next challenge is limited processing and storage capabilities. Sensor node in wireless sensor networks are typically small and have a limited processing and storage capabilities. This make it difficult to perform complex tasks or store large amount of data. The next one has heterogeneity. The wireless sensor often consists of variety of different sensor types and nodes with different capabilities. This make it challenging to ensure that the network can function effectively and efficiently. The next challenge is security. In wireless sensor networks are vulnerable to various types of attacks. There are the name of the attacks are eavesdropping, dropping and jamming and spoofing. Ensuring the security of the network and the data it collects is a major challenge. The next is scalability. Wireless sensors often need to be able to support a large number of sensor nodes and handle large amount of data. So ensuring that the network can scale to meet these demand is significant challenge. Next is interference. Wireless sensors are often deployed in environments where there is a lot of interferences from other wireless devices that can make it difficult to ensure reliable communication between sensor nodes. The next is reliability. In wireless sensor networks are often used in a critical applications such as monitoring the environment or controlling industrial processes. So ensuring that the network is reliable and able to function correctly in all conditions is a major challenges. Now, what are the advantage of wireless sensor network? So first advantage is low cost. Wireless sensor network consists of small, low cost sensors that are easy to deploy, making them a cost effective solution for many applications. Now the next point is wireless communication. Wireless sensor network eliminate the need for wired connections, which can be costly and difficult to install. Wireless communication also enable flexible deployment and reconfiguration of the network. The third one is energy efficiency. In wireless networks, sensor network use low power devices and protocol to conserve energy, enabling long-term operations without the need for frequent battery replacement. Next one is scalability. Then the wireless sensor network can be scaled up or down easily by adding or removing sensors, making them suitable for a range of applications and environments. The next one is real-time monitoring. Wireless sensor network enable real-time monitoring for physical phenomena in the environment, providing timely information for decision making and control. Now the disadvantage of wireless network. First is limited range. The range of wireless communication is limited, which can be challenged for large scale deployment or an environment with obstacles that obstruct radio signals. The next one is limited processing power. Wireless sensor network use low power devices which may have a limited processing power and memory, making it difficult to perform complex computations or support advanced applications. The next disadvantage is data security. Wireless sensor networks are vulnerable to security threats such as eavesdropping, tampering, and denial of service attacks, which can compromise the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data. The next is interfaces. The wireless communication in wireless sensor network can be susceptible to interferences from the other wireless device or radio signals, which can degrade the quality of data transmission. The next disadvantage is deployment challenges. Deploying wireless sensors network can be challenging due to the need for proper sensor placement, power management, and network configuration, which can require significant time and resources. So while wireless sensor network offer many benefits, they also have a limitations and challenges that must be considered when deploying and using them in real world applications. The next is applications of wireless sensors network. So first application of wireless sensor network is Internet of Things. Second is surveillance and monitoring for security, threat detection, environmental, temperature, humidity, and air pressure, noise level of the surroundings, medical applications like patient monitoring, agriculture, and landslide detection. Now the wireless sensor communication technology. So we will discuss on the topic of technology. So in communication technology, wireless sensor communication technology play a crucial role in the operations and efficiency of wireless sensor network. This technology enables individual sensors within the network to communicate with each other and with a central control unit or data collection point. Several wireless communication technologies are commonly used in wireless sensor networks depending on the specific requirement of the applications. Here are some of the most prominent wireless communication technology for wireless sensor network. So first one is Zigbee. Zigbee is a widely used standard for low power short range wireless communication. It operates in 2.4 uh, gigahertz band and also for its low power consumption and suitability for battery operated device. Zigbee is commonly used in home automation, industrial control, and building automation applications. The next one is Bluetooth. Bluetooth technology, particularly Bluetooth low energy, is suitable for the short range communication in wireless sensor network. It is energy efficient and commonly used for applications like wearable devices, health monitoring, and indoor positioning system. The next is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi technology is used in applications where higher data rates and longer communication ranges are required. In some cases, wireless sensor network may leverage existing Wi-Fi network for data transmission, especially in smart home and industrial environments. The next is LoRa, long range. LoRa is a low power, low range wireless communication technology that is well suited for applications required communication over several kilometers. It is often used in outdoor sensor network for applications like agriculture, smart cities, and environmental monitoring like air quality monitoring. The next is cellular network in application where extensive coverage is needed like a 2G, 3G, 4G, and 5G can be used to connect sensors to the internet or cloud-based services. The next one is NB-IoT, that is known as a narrowband IoT. NB-IoT is a low-power wide area network technology that operates in licensed spectrum. It is designed for IoT and sensor applications that require long battery life and deep coverage, such as smart cities and agriculture. Next one is RFID, that is known as a radio frequency identification. RFID technology is used for identifying and tracking objects and assets. It is often employed in the supply chain management and assets tracking application. The next is satellite communication in remote or isolated areas where other communication options are limited. Satellite communication can be used to connect sensors to central database on or monitoring system. The choice of wireless communication technology depend on various factors including range, the distance over which data needs to be transmitted, data rate, the amount of data that need to be sent or received, power consumption, the available power source and need for energy efficient operation, the cost of communication hardware and infrastructure, regulatory compliances with regulatory requirement, especially in the use of licensed spectrum. The next is reliability, the need for a reliable and robust communication link. So selecting the appropriate communication technology is a crucial to ensure that the wireless sensor network operate efficiently and meets the specific requirement of the application. Additionally, hybrid approaches where multiple technologies are combined and can be employed to optimize performance in complex scenario. So I hope this is clear about the wireless sensors network. So thank you so much.